Hello, everyone. Welcome out to the Warrenton Athletic Complex, the WAC, for today's first semifinal of the Game 7 Baseball, Youth Baseball Midwest Super 7 Invitational 14U Championship. We're proud to bring it to you. We got a dandy of a game here for you this afternoon. We have the St. Louis Naturals taking on the Warriors Baseball Club out of Columbia, Missouri. We got South County St. Louis here. I think this is going to be a dandy. And to my right, I have a special guest joining us, gentleman I've known for quite some time, coaching around this area with the Midwest Rebels Baseball Club, head coach of two teams, 14U, 10U, right?
Two 14Us, one 10U.
Justin Holt. Coach, thanks for taking the time.
No problem. I'm glad to be here, man. I've coached in this age group for a long time, and these two teams are extremely well coached, and I think it's going to be a good day of baseball for sure. Looking forward to it.
We're going to drop some knowledge on you because Justin definitely has much more knowledge than I do about some of these teams.
I hope so. I hope I can help out here. I'm just glad I get to watch three good baseball games today. Two semifinals and a championship.
We're going to put up, as we're chatting here, we're going to put up first the starting lineup for the visiting St. Louis Naturals. Go ahead with that, Lauren. This Naturals team, Coach Bishop's squad, this real deal, isn't it? Yeah.
I've seen Coach Bishop's squad for a couple years now, and every time you play them, they're just well coached. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They don't beat themselves. They just do all the little things right. And I think you're going to hear us talk about that a lot today with a lot of the teams that are playing. They just don't beat themselves. They throw strikes. They don't make a lot of errors, and they just play quality baseball.
Now, this Warriors Baseball Club, it's the first time I've seen them this year, but they are bringing with them some talent that we've seen over the last couple of years, some players that we're aware of, a top award winner and a Player of the Game award winner from last year's Columbia Aces, Dane Bremer, who was on the mound earlier, Noah Schwartz, who's playing third base for this squad. This team here, and we just saw Owen. Oh, and I know his last name, and I'm sorry. Oh, geez. Hang on. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Peterson. Thank you, Drew. My crack team right there. And we've got this right here. Owen Peterson just pitched a dandy of a game for this Warriors team.
He did. He went like 5 innings strong and watching the same thing with this Columbia team, man. They just don't make a lot of mistakes, and they are deep in pitching. I was talking to the coach a little bit earlier, and he said he's got arms, and he's looking forward to trying to make a run at this thing today.
Absolutely. So, looks like we're ready to go here. The Warriors are the number 1 seed, and the thing about it, this number 1 seed, and this is interesting, and we just saw him play the O'Fallon Bombers, who the young man that started on the mound for the Bombers, I want to give a shout-out to Ritter, is his last name correct?
Yeah.
That young man was pitching well.
He threw a heck of a ball game. I mean, he kept him off balance, threw a lot of strikes. I think he maybe only walked one guy, and he went about 4 or 5 innings too. I mean, that's a big deal, man. I love this right here. Catcher walks up, shake hands with the umpires, introduce himself. That's a big deal to me. I love seeing that.
That shows, you've been coached up a little bit, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's always good to have the guy behind you on your side, that's for sure.
So we got on the bump here. That is number 7 for the Warriors. Number 7 is Steven Squires. And Mr. Squires, we're going to get to some, see if we can pull up some data on Mr. Squires. I just closed my game changer here. We're going to get to this team here. WBC.
Good size righty. I mean, velocity looks really good on him. Obviously don't have a gun here, but he looks good. Good body mechanics. Keeps everything down the mound real well. It'll be fun to watch him throw today.
So Mr. Squires has got 13 innings pitched so far. He started 4 games, and he's 2-0 on the season with giving up 11 hits, 4 runs total, 3 earned only. I love this. 2 base on balls.
2 walks in how many innings?
In 13 innings.
Man, you got to like that.
A 1.61 ERA for this young man. And here's one I always like, Coach. This is always one for me if it shows opponent's batting average, 220.
That's
at 14U. a 220 opponent batting average is really good.
Yeah. You're going to win a lot of ball games on the mound that way and have a lot of success, and obviously he has.
So we're getting ready for first pitch here. Number 9 for the Naturals. That is Roy Sol. I believe that's pronounced Sol.
Strike one there on the inner half. Good pitch to start the game off. Oh, that's a good piece of hitting the center field. Nice play by the center fielder. He's on it. You'll take that.
That is Owen Peterson.
Yep.
From last, and we've been having this conversation. Here's a young man that went out and pitched a very good baseball game, but has to go out and play in center field.
Yep.
You know, that can be taxing a little bit, but he's not going to have as many throws out there in center field as he would maybe around the infield and things of that nature, which is good.
No, definitely not.
Good off speed right there.
Yeah.
Looks like a little slider.
Yeah, we're 2 batters in, and he's thrown 2 first pitch strikes. I mean, talk about recipe for success already. Just a little bit off the plate there. Looks like he went back to that off-speed pitch. We'll see what he goes to next here.
Oscar, boy, I didn't get some Poniewaz, Poniewaz. We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to get somebody. I've got to get a baseball mom over to figure out how to pronounce this young man's last name.
I looked at that when they handed us the lineups and didn't even want to try it, so I'm glad you did.
Oh,
that's a good piece of hitting.
And,
left fielder's gonna be there.
Oh, and he dropped
it. Ball's down. Looks like he just rushed it a little bit.
Yep. I agree. I don't think it was on the transfer.
I
think it come out of his glove. Yeah.
I think they 100% got it right there. That ball had some weird spin on it though. Right off the end of the bat, kind of coming down quick on him.
Squeeze it. You have nobody on. You have no reason to rush. It's a learning moment.
Yep.
For a 14-year-old.
And a rare mistake, right? We watched the Warriors play earlier. That's not something that's going to happen to them very much today.
Number 2, Jordan Waring, who pitched him into this semifinal game earlier. Heck of a job this young man did.
Yep, very nice job.
And
nice stop by the catcher there. Backstop's not the biggest here at Warrenton, so that plays a little bit, but usually pass balls still get a runner to second or third. Maybe not home, though, most times. Nice move there by the first baseman, or by the pitcher.
This young man Waring, he is hitting 400 on this season. Putting in he chased that high pitch. He was going to get that.
Yep, coach down there telling him, like, hey, man, we don't want to go up there. Maybe leave that one a little high for this one.
This young man has 5, 8, 9 extra base hits on the season. He had the home run early. In that last game we watched, he hit the one out, and that's his only home run on the first home run of the season right there. He's got 3 triples and 5 doubles. So he is putting the bat on the baseball, as they would say. That's in there. I like how they did that. See, that's learning the game. Sometimes the youth, they wait. They're always trying to call time to get up. No, I love how he dove back in, spun, got his foot on the bag, get up, and he goes.
There he goes.
Oh, great pitch to go on.
Yep. Found an off-speed pitch down, took advantage of it. Tough pitch for a catcher to handle. Did a nice job keeping it in front. There ain't much you can do there as a catcher.
No. So it's good battle right here.
Yep. 2-2, 1 out. Runner on second base.
And that's the catcher. This young man's been, and he's running for himself. So that shows you a lot. We'll see if he comes back out and catches. I know he caught that first game. So we'll see if there's another catcher behind the plate for this semifinal game. Give him a break. We'll see.
Well, if he is catching with speed like that, I'd want him running too.
Exactly.
I blame
right?
Coach Bishop there.
Ground
There
ball.
you go. That'll move a runner.
Oh!
They're going to boot it. Nice play, though. Way to stick with it. First baseman stuck with it. Pitcher did a great job coming over. Like I said, just a well-coached thing, right? Mistakes.
Give me some PFP, baby.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like it.
No, so
And
he's
you know
catching.
what?
We're getting a runner on third here for
Okay,
the catcher.
there we go.
Yep.
So right there, though, that's a great example of what we were talking about. He didn't speed himself up once the ball was booted.
We've talked several times over the course of this weekend just about different things. I was taking infield when we were playing earlier, and we were talking when you're playing at these bigger base distances, smooth is slow, or smooth is fast, right? If you stay smooth, you're going to be fine. Don't panic. Don't rush.
Exactly. Because when you rush, that's when accidents happen.
Left fielder might know a little bit about that to start the inning, unfortunately.
1 ball, 1 strike. Or is that 2?
That's 2-0 right there. Going to the curveball a lot early. We're seeing that out of the starting pitcher.
Maybe that's just his MO.
Could be his go-to pitch.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Which he's got a good fastball. It's got good life on it, too.
This is number 12, Alex Miller, who will be the starting pitcher for this natural squad. Mr. Miller is batting .408 on the season, 1136 OPS. Gets the walk. I like the OBP there, too, 524. Brings up number 4 to the plate, Callan Beerling. Mr. Beerling on the season, hitting .345. I'm looking at the offensive numbers for this team, and for the level they play at, they're 14-10-1 on the season. This Naturals team, but these kids, they're swinging the bat. The averages are solid, and for a AAA team playing good competition, they're swinging the bats well.
I think the impressive part watching it, what leads to that is like 2 games we've seen them now. They have really good plate discipline. They don't chase a whole lot. They don't help a whole lot. They take what comes to them, and they do a nice job of just hitting the ball where it's pitched, which we've talked a ton about today.
Yes.
So
you got first and third with 2 outs. It's a big spot right here early in the game. Oh, he got
him up.
Who's going to take it? I love the shortstop.
Yep. Takes priority. I'll tell you what he made. We saw it earlier in the first game the Warriors played.
Folks, thanks. That's going to do it for the Naturals in the top of the first inning. They strand 2. We're going to the bottom of the first. Warriors coming up.
See.
All right. You were saying about the shortstop there as we went to break.
Man, he was impressive in the first game I saw them play today. He all over the place. He made a great barehanded play that turned into a double play. I mean, he is very, very athletic, and I don't think he's going to make too many sticks. You hit the ball to him. I think he's a guy they want the ball going to quite a bit. He had a very good first game. So
we've got Noah Schwartz and Colt Burke. I'm going to say Burke, Bierk. And Steven Squires, pitcher, 1-2-3 here to start this game. These young men, again, another team swinging the bats well. At the top of this order, Burke is .444 on the season. Behind him, Noah Schwartz hitting .500. The OPS is ridiculous at 1409. These kids are, and then Squires right behind that at .548. So this top 3, woo!
They're dangerous, and one thing you gotta like is when they get in counts that they can take a hack. They look to do damage. They're not up there just trying to tap something in play. They're trying to affect the game.
Absolutely.
And show out for themselves, and I love it. It's awesome to see.
7 extra base hits for Burke at the top of right behind. He's the second, and he's got 7 extra base hits on the season. That's pretty impressive right there when you're talking about a You've got 36 at bats, 7 extra base hits.
And you're almost 20% of the time you're hitting a double.
Yeah.
Almost 20% of the time you're hitting a double.
Yeah.
So.
Uh-oh. What do we got?
It looks like they're going to ask him to take off maybe the white sleeve that's on his pitching arm.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're not going to be able to go out there with that.
Yeah. Yep. It looks like that's what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to let him keep it on. So I'm assuming it's got to be something medical, right? If they're going to let him keep it on.
Yeah.
It's got.
Coach for the Warriors, he shook his head. He said evidently he didn't bother.
Yeah.
Well, it's on his opposite arm. And, sometimes, but that's a conversation. I mean, at major league level, you wouldn't be able to wear a white.
No.
Nowhere.
No.
That wouldn't go.
Nope.
So that's pretty cordial.
Big cut to start the game. We got a game changer camera down behind the fence here. That's happened a lot.
Yeah, it's the one in the case.
Oh,
it's theirs.
Yep, he's got it.
All right,
we're good there.
We got. I'll tell you what, that's a short backstop, guys.
Yeah.
It'll knock it right down, hot, and quick, and in a hurry.
We've had a lot of game changer camera
That's why we started putting our
casualties.
camera on top of our trailer.
We could just let everybody haul a trailer in here.
Exactly. There you go.
Set cameras up.
Good pitch.
Good pitch there. 1-2 count.
And this is a tough leadoff hitter. This kid gets on base. Ground ball.
Good ground ball to third baseman.
Up.
Good strong arm too.
That is number 4 over there. We talked about. He was up. Kalen Beerling playing third base. Look, again, when you see good defense, I don't care how close the play is at first. Got to the baseball, set himself. Trust that you got the arm to make the throw.
Yep. I think he was their shortstop in their first game today. He played short for him. I do believe so.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, when he throws the ball across the diamond, he lets it eat. I love it.
This is the shortstop we've been talking about. That's Colt Burke.
Oh, got him chasing one there.
So not only is this young man pretty good defensively, he is very good offensively as well.
Yep. Behind in the count here. He showed earlier, though, he's capable of doing anything with 2 strikes. He takes good at bats for sure, so we'll see how he battles back. All right.
I like the demeanor at the plate.
Yeah. He looks confident, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what did you say? He was hitting well above 400?
548.
Yeah. Well, above 500 even, so you got to be confident when you're hitting over 50% of the time.
That's right.
Good, lays off.
And to be able to come back into counts like this, you get yourself behind,
And that's the difference
I'm sorry,
there.
this kid's he's hitting 444, excuse
So
me.
still well above 400.
Mm-hmm.
And he chased that pitch early in the at-bat, but he doesn't there. He stays disciplined.
It's
There
outside. And
You can tell he just he's flipped his approach so well, right?
Yeah.
Early in the count, he's looking for something. Now he's just trying to
He's
keep
battling.
hands and let his hands work for him. Good piece.
Line,
Caught
one
a good
hot.
barrel. He's gonna make him work for it here. Nice throw by the shortstop.
We've seen good defensive plays, and this young man playing shortstop for the Naturals, we watched him too. He's very good. That is Roy Soel. Looks like Soel. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. If I need to be corrected, please let me know. But again, solid play there. That can eat some kids up. That line drive. Do you understand that hop coming off? Because that hop can be tough, even on that turf.
I think that hop can be tougher on turf because a lot of the ones that come out of there with backspin will kind of slow up on you. And if he hits one with topspin, man, that thing's going to take off.
Absolutely. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the 3-hole hitter, Owen Peterson. Excuse me, Steven Squires.
Ball in the field from one of the other ones. Caught it, though, for playing banana ball rules. He's out over there.
Banana ball rules.
If we're playing banana ball rules, he's out on the other field.
I like it. Just miss low. It's a good spot. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Live low. You'll take that.
2 balls and a strike here. Good, doesn't chase up. Again, just disciplined at the plate, right? They're not really helping.
Yeah.
They're going to make him come to the zone.
That's a good pitch. Catch the corner.
His reaction says he wants that one back. He'd like to see that one again, I think. And you gotta like to see that, right? These kids hold themselves to a standard, right? And then they know what they're capable of. So when they miss out on an opportunity, it's frustrating for them.
That's a good at bat right there.
Yeah, good at bat there. Good at bat there.
So one on, 2 outs. Brings up 4-hole hitter, number 19, Grady Newman. Mr. Newman on the season. He is their big dog, hitting .536. Although he's got 9 RBIs on the season. He's got 3 doubles. And they're going to get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Number 9 is coming out. Tracy on Hodge. So it looks like they're batting 9, playing 9. So, oh no, that's the catcher, it looks like. Yeah.
Not sure he's catching this game. I think they made a catcher switch for this game, give him a break. I do believe, but I could be wrong. I thought they put another kid back there, but I could be wrong.
I thought it was Mr. Hodge that was behind there. It could be.
I know he caught the first game for them for sure. Good cut, a little bit out front.
You're correct. It is Wingler behind the plate.
Behind the plate, so they did make a switch, which is good. Props. I respect the coach saying, "Hey, you caught a whole first game. Let's take a break." And
so he's on the bench. So it's their sub.
Taking care of his players. You got to respect that out of him.
Curveball in the turf. Can't really say dirt. You could say it's in the rubber pellets.
In the rubber pellets.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first. Big spot here. Somebody trying to break through early. And that's driven into the gap and going to get down.
That's going to be in a
on
gap.
His horse is Hodge on his way to third base.
Tell you what, really nice job by the center fielder, though, limiting
cutting
the
that
damage.
Off. Yeah.
That easily could have been a double.
Absolutely.
Could have been a double and a run scored. So did a nice job, limited the damage.
Dane Bremer at the plate, hitting .345 on the season. 2 extra base hits, 7 ribbies. So he's got an RBI opportunity for this Warriors team to jump out front as they did in the first game.
Yeah, got up to a 1-0 lead and held it for most of the game, and then we're able to tack on a couple insurance runs there at the end to put it away against the Bombers, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Fallon Bombers. Played a heck of a good game.
Yeah, very, very competitive. I think 3-1 was the final there. Shows bunt.
Oh, that's a good throw.
No, it's gonna get
couldn't
through.
get. That's the right play. That is the right play.
Yep.
Shortstop, you can see it in his face. He knows he's got to knock that down, so that's just the way it is. Execution at this point. Because that was a great job by the second baseman. He didn't see him go, let it go, see if you get the out. But that's everything, all the elements were there. I like to see that.
Yep.
But the run scores on the air.
2-0 count now.
Let's go.
Newman's at third.
There you go.
That's a good take with 2 balls. That's not the pitch you want there.
No, not on the outside corner like that. But good pitch by the pitcher. Gets him back in the at-bat for sure. Nice block by the catcher. He's done a nice job. Even in the first game, man. He is a wall back there.
And that's the thing. You look at a young man like this, he's very athletic.
Yep.
Moves well behind the plate. Even if you're on one knee, I still think you see a lot of guys ole because, that's a walk. So 5-pitch walk for Bremer. Brings up number 12, Owen Peterson, coming to the plate. And again, this is a deep lineup, hitting 333 here. No big opportunities, but Yachty was big with that, and his hands are so good. He would just one hop everything, bing, bang, boom. But you got to understand, that's Yachty or Molina.
That is Yachty or Molina. Probably not the greatest defensive catcher. I guess people can have their opinions on that, but anybody in St. Louis probably listening to this is going to say Yachty. Yachty's the best that ever did it, for sure.
I love Pudge, right?
Yeah.
But, and you go back a little bit, Benito Santiago. I love Benito.
Some great ones for sure.
Yeah, but Johnny Bench, you go back, but I think Yachty's in that conversation.
I think defensively
he's definitely in that conversation.
Right, defensively, yeah. without a doubt. He may not have been the offensive force that some of those guys were, but defensively he was the guy.
He's a dude. And that is fouled out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on, first and third.
And it's so hard when you're facing a lineup this deep, right? Because a lot of guys see that, and you'll see the defenses shift a bunch. But this kid's going to be just capable of pulling one down the line, down third base line, as he is fouling one off.
Yep. Oh, a little flare.
This is going to be a tough play.
He lets it fall. Oh, it's going to be. Oh, and he stopped.
Oh man.
Peterson stopped, thought he caught it, and he let it bounce. I thought 2 mistakes. Come out with an out. We're headed to the top of the second inning. Score 1-0 Warriors.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. There's lessons in baseball to be had right there.
If you're wondering what we're laughing at, the Warriors coach is walking in front of us, making a face at us. I believe, Coach, you would call that less than ideal. Just a little bit, as he says. Just a little bit.
And that's the thing. But these are lessons. This is coachability, and the kids, because honestly, and I'm sure Coach Bishop is talking to his shortstop, don't let that drop.
Yeah.
It was only because he let up there that he got the out. You had the ability to catch that. Go catch that baseball.
Yep.
And so it's learning on both sides. It just came out in the Naturals' favor on that side.
Well, and the coach of the Warriors too on that, like to walk by us and laugh about it, and that to me that says a lot about the coach, right?
Yeah.
It'd be easy to be upset there and say something, whatever, right? Be frustrated in the moment. But for him to understand that while some of these kids might be the size of grown men, that they're still young men and are going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And for him to accept that and just be able to laugh it off, I think says a lot about him as a coach.
Well, hang on. I'm going to get this right here. That's Jeremy Scott, JP.
Yeah,
they call
just
him.
Perfect, as he says.
Just perfect.
Just perfect.
But he's also a high school coach at one of the area schools around there. And so he understands, he's around youth baseball even at that level, at a high level.
Yeah.
And sees these things, and you got to coach.
Yep.
He hung that.
Hung that a little bit.
It's
Looks
going
like
to
the right fielder set one
be.
there.
Yeah, he caught it.
Yep. One out.
He did catch it. Nice job. That's not an easy player over there.
Nope. Wind's blowing out a little bit that way, too.
Well, but the thing is, we got a little breeze, but it always seems to be troubling. If the ball gets up here at the whack, it swirls.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren. Baseball economics. One pitch, one out. That's the way we like to do it. My crack crew in the trailer, want to give them a shout out. Swing and a miss, strike one, is Lauren and Drew Klutz bringing you the pictures, the graphics, all the information up there. They do a fantastic job each and every weekend here with Youth Baseball Midwest. Ho! Is it going to stay fair?
Foul
No.
ball. Foul ball. Yep. Unfortunately, just a long strike,
Yeah.
as some would say.
That's the loud strike.
Yep, the loud strike. Again, though, I think you're going to see this young man adjust, and he's obviously making the big swing to hit something hard. He's gonna settle up with 2 strikes here and just have a strong at bat. You know, just
Another
like that.
curveball.
Yep. It's all right. Guy in center field.
Peterson under it makes the catch.
He's getting a little bit of action today,
Yep.
to say the least.
And I think he's going to, because it looks like, Squires here, the pitcher, he's working that off speed. He's not an overpowering guy. He's just trying to pitch to contact, and that's it's more democratic. Get some ground balls and fly balls, baby.
More democratic.
And we got number 5 here for the Naturals at the plate.
There it is.
Taking
Off-speed
strike
again.
1.
Outside corner. Kind of his go-to pitch there, right? That off-speed on the outside corner
Yes,
seems to
it
be what he
is.
wants to do to get ahead.
Cole Pavlovitz.
Another one comes back with the same pitch.
Man, there's some tough names on this team, bro. Pavlovitz.
I'm glad you're
I
having
think
to pronounce
I
it,
think I
not me.
said it right. Oh, good
Really?
pitch.
Yep.
So a 1-2-3. Squires comes out and gets a 1-2-3 after the Warriors put up a run, and we're headed to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Warriors.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
Want to thank Game 7 Baseball, Dave Schmidt, Dave Penning, for partnering with Youth Baseball Midwest. It's a beautiful day out here at the WAC for the Super 7 Invitational Championship round here. Semifinal, first semifinal. The Warriors coming up. We've seen some good pitching here. Miller coming back out on the mound. Big, tall right-hander. What do you think of this young man?
Yeah, good size to him. I like his breaking stuff a little bit. It seems like he struggled a little bit in the first inning with command. Wasn't going exactly where he wanted to go. I personally have never faced him with any of my teams, but he's definitely got a body type to throw hard, and all the stuff's there. So hopefully he can settle in a little bit and stay out of trouble here.
23 1/3 innings for this young man. He's 3-1 on the season. He's allowed, it's 11 runs been scored, but only 6 earned. 14 walks, probably a little high. 24 Ks, though, on the season, which is good. And a 1.8 ERA.
Yeah, that's definitely competitive. Like I said, walks a little high.
Yeah.
There you go. First pitch, shortstop.
Nice job.
Nice sliding catch, going to his left. Just gets away from the first baseman over there. Couldn't quite make the stretch over there to get to it.
Trying to hold that bag, that gets tough over there.
Yeah. That's a tough play, too. He's having to go to his left, take a couple steps back.
A 237 opponent's batting average for Miller. And the first young man here, takes ball 1. That's Eli Wingler, the catcher behind at the plate here. Cade Watring is the young man at first base who reached on the air. We saw him close out the ball game against the Bombers. Did a nice job closing that game out.
Good cut there. Foul ball behind us, caught by the trusty Nets up here at the WAC.
You like that, right?
I do. I'm going to steal that. Showed bunt on the first pitch, pulled it back, so we'll see if they come back to that or not.
I think Coach may have wanted him to try and get to second, but I don't know if he's going. Catcher's taking a peek. You can see him peeking. I like that.
Good move. Good look over there.
Couple of catchers over here having a chat at the plate. I love that.
Laughing.
Love it.
Ooh. Good pitch there. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. See what they decide to do now.
Wengler's hitting 267 on the season. That's outside.
Just a little out.
That's ball 3. 3-1. No, 2-2. Excuse me. 2-2.
Yeah.
I'll get back into this. I'm used to keeping score here in a different way, so
That's all right.
I got to get used to this. You're fine. It's fine. We're doing that. I'm looking out there. Get myself back into calling the game here. Oh, that's
Great
a
pitch
great
there.
pitch, man. Sits him down on the curveball for out number 1.
Well, and there it is. A lot of strikeouts, right?
Yes.
When you know, he gets a lot of strikeouts and a big one there, really.
Number 18, Liam Kinkhorst with the soda pop bat or the bomb pop bat. I like that.
Strike there on the outside corner. Good pitch to get ahead with.
Miller takes a look. Fastball, strike 2.
Got him again, outside corner. Another good pitch. Both these pitchers really good at going at the outside corner. Two different ways though. Hard fastball and kind of the off speed there.
0-2. Miller working hard to strand that runner. Good
Great pitch
curveball
again.
at the knees.
Great pitch
Catches Kinkhorst looking for out number 2. We've got the third baseman, number 5, Evan Gray at the plate now. This is the number 9 hitter. This is the guy you don't want to lose here in this inning.
Yeah, you definitely want to go right at him here, but I mean we saw it last game. This Warriors lineup's deep, so this is while you want to go right at him, this is no
Strike
gimme.
1.
This is no gimme either.
No.
You know, these guys can hit top to bottom. They're going to be competitive no matter what. Gets ahead again on the outside corner.
I like this young man's on-base percentage at .448. 2 strikes. He's working very well. I like the consistency.
.02. Got a lot of leeway here. See how he goes about this.
Make a pitch here, and
Right
Just-
idea.
just buried that 55-footer.
Yep. Probably about 4 feet short of where you wanted to throw it, but you know, catcher did a nice job though. I mean, he moves really well behind the plate, really, really well. Yep, good pitch. And that'll be the inning.
So the Warriors strand another runner. We're going to the top of the third inning. Score 1-0 Warriors.
Let me get a
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone base, a hit by pitch Oh, my. All right, we're back. Young man on the mound, Steven Squires, coming out for his third inning of work. He'll be facing number 21 here to start off the top of this third inning. Number 21 is Jackson Schwartz. Mr. Schwartz hitting .294 on the season, a 707 OPS. He's slugging .314. He's got one extra base hit, 9 ribbies. He has scored 16 times, walked 8 times, struck out 8 times.
And the pitcher so far for the Warriors, he's been pretty efficient, I think.
Absolutely.
I think his pitch count's relatively low. Last inning, he was out of there in under 10, I do believe. So far, proven to be pretty efficient.
25 pitches.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Through 2 innings.
Yeah, he had a little longer first inning, but that second inning, he was, I think he
much
had
more efficient.
Yeah.
Much more. Oh, I'm sorry, number 18's leading off. And that is Ryan McAlexander. And
good
lifts
piece of hitting
one.
there. Left fielder going back. Good read on it. Makes the catch. Makes the catch. He showed that one a little bit.
So out number 1 brings up now number 21, Jackson Schwartz. Another one, shallow left field. It's 2 in a row, man.
Yeah. Yep. Did a nice job there coming in, called the shortstop off. Definitely.
That is number 19, Grady Newman. That's two different baseballs that he's got to track there, right? You were talking about being an outfielder. What do you got to do to be an outfielder?
Yep. 100%. Economic inning, too, so far.
That's 2 pitches, 2 outs. Baseball economics, folks. And a ground ball. Is it 3? 3 pitches. Oh, and he pulled him off. That close.
That close.
So that was almost 3 pitches and 3 outs.
Almost. Almost. We were just talking about efficiency, but that would have been about as good as it gets. I don't know.
Because they call that immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. But I think that's better.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh, for sure.
I'll take that all day.
Not afraid to use his defense.
Number 10, Jackson Weiniger.
First pitch off speed, gets a swing and a miss. 0-1.
Steps off. Throw over. He's back in time. Not close. Best move? Maybe. We'll see.
Good aggressive lead over there, too, though.
Yeah.
He is not. He's making them think about him, that's for sure.
That's a go lead. Ripped. Backhanded by Bremer. So it ends up being a 6-pitch inning.
5 or 6. Still pretty efficient in my book.
We're going to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Warriors.
Frequency.
All right, folks. Miller back out for the bottom of the third inning. Warriors are back to the top of their order. Let's see. Talk to us, Coach. Second time through, young pitchers. You know, I know third time through Major League Baseball is usually where things really kind of pick up for hitters. Is it a little more? Is it more to the second time through with this level?
I think so, right? And I think it's a combination of two things. I think, you know, hitters tend to get more aggressive later, so they go with that first pitch that these pitchers use early in the lineup. And then also, you know, a lot of times very few kids have the stamina they start to wear down after that first time through the lineup, right? They hit 30 to 35 pitches, and you can start the breaking stuff's not as sharp. The fastball doesn't have the life it did in the first inning. And I think that's probably more of it, right? Is they get tired a little faster because they're still young, right?
Yeah.
And in a day like today, they've had to play a game already. You know, so they've already played once today, so yeah. Looks like we have a catcher switch behind the plate too for the Naturals.
That is number 8 behind the plate now. That is Declan Hazelton now behind the plate for this Naturals ball club. And here is Noah Schwartz stepping in. Schwartz. He is 0 for 1. I believe he grounded out his first at bat. Takes strike 1.
Good piece of hitting there. What
a catch by the center fielder for the Naturals. Number 10, taking away a base hit, Jackson Weiniger.
Really nice play. Really nice play. I caught myself right off the bat. I said, nice piece of hitting. It was a great piece of hitting, but even better defense in that scenario.
Absolutely. So Miller, the beneficiary of some fantastic defense, ground ball. That's going to be a tough play. Long throw. Excellent play. That's 2 stellar defensive plays here by this Naturals team. Center fielder and now the third baseman, number 4. And that is Kalen Bierling.
What a great arm across the infield. He's made a couple plays today where he's just shown it off, and what an awesome arm across the infield.
That's 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Baseball economics.
Is it 3 pitches? I could be wrong.
Caster's curse. Caster's curse, we'll call that.
I don't do that nonsense.
No. Good pitch again. Way to get ahead. Strike 1.
It's either going to happen or it's not.
Absolutely.
See, that superstitious stuff in baseball, I think silly. That's just me, though. That's 2 good pitches at the knees.
To be fair, I'm not superstitious. I might be a little stitious, but not superstitious.
Right. I love that.
2 good pitches to get ahead. 0-2 here.
Steven Squires at the plate. He's 0 for. Misses in. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I like that pitch a lot, though. Going down and in, changing the eye level.
Actually, Squires walked his first at bat. Excuse me, folks. Ooh, that's a tough pitch to spit on right there.
Yeah, it is. Very, very, very tough pitch there.
That had a lot of late movement. Couldn't lay off the high cheese, couldn't squeeze it. So we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, 2-2. Excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, that's a late give.
Kind of just bad timing there, right? He had just started. You know, it's tough.
Another curveball. Just couldn't quite barrel that.
It's a good pitch to fight off, though, right? What's best case scenario, maybe, unless you're sitting on it? Keeps the at-bat alive for himself.
Three balls, 2 strikes. I like, you watch these young hitters, and this young man, I like he has some clear triggers for himself. There's not a lot of movement. but they're clear that he has a pretty good idea of what he's doing there. And so Squires again walks. That's 2 walks for him. Another courtesy run for Hodge. And that brings up Grady Newman. Made a couple nice plays defensively in left field. 2 outs. Got ahead with the fastball. And sometimes I think, you know, he got ahead against Squires with 2 good fastballs at the knees and then just went to picking. And sometimes I think we get too caught up in that. Oh, that's a good read. And the throw down. Good job by the second baseman over there not to let that get into the outfield.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Like sometimes, you know, you get ahead early and then you want to pick too much, and it's hard to flip that switch back to attack mode sometimes. You don't want to make a big mistake with 2 strikes.
Right.
And that's a hard thing to do, to know the difference there.
But I think that's where sometimes, even at all levels, that's a swing and a miss. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. You know, at all levels, I see that. I watch a lot of baseball. And, you know, I understand it's what you do and this and that. But sometimes, you know, it's just like if they beat you, they beat you. Don't make it too good.
Yeah.
But. Oh, backhand. That is a heck of a nice play.
He's been
3
good this game.
Outstanding defensive plays by the Naturals. Takes us to the top of the 4th, 1-0 Warriors.
Give me a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. 1 stolen base, a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness. Folks, you're being treated to some fantastic defensive plays out here today by a bunch of 14-year-old kids.
It's weird to say kids because, you know, I don't know how many people listening to this have met me or know me before, but they're all probably bigger than I am. So, you know, for me to say kids when I have to look up at most of them, but Callan Bierman at third base.
Beerling.
Sorry, Bierling.
No, that's all right.
Bad with names. He has been impressive over there. He's been impressive all day. I mean, just watching, I love the way he throws the ball across the infield.
Yes.
It's not hesitant. He's not laying off of it. He's just getting the ball there with confidence, really.
Yeah.
You know, you see some guys that kind of hesitate a little bit and question it, and he's got confidence bringing the ball across.
Trusts his arm, doesn't he?
He knows what he's got, and he uses it to the full of his abilities.
All right. Number 9, back to the top, is Roy Soul, the shortstop here. This young man has been very good for this Naturals team all season. And Mr. Soul hitting. Takes strike 1. 385 on the season. Got an OPS of 945. I like that number. 4 doubles, a triple, and 12 ribbies.
It's a good way to start the year for sure. Both these pitchers doing a great job of getting ahead early in counts.
Absolutely.
Really, I mean, that's a game changer. Absolutely. 1-1 here, ball in the last pitch.
Oh, it hung on to that. Nice job by the catcher on that foul tip. 20 runs scored here for this young man. He's walked 9 times. So he's see if he can battle himself back in this. Hits one, and that's going to get down and to the fence. He's on his way to second. Is he going to try for third? No, coach stops him. They get the ball back in quick, but a stand-up leadoff double here in the top of the 4th inning for the shortstop, Roy Sewell.
There are probably a lot of people that wanted to see him go 3 there. Probably a lot of people. But it's, your first leadoff batter of the inning. Golden rule, you don't make the first or the last out at third.
Exactly.
Good decision by Coach Bishop. He's in the top of his order, I believe.
Yes, it is number 2.
Yeah.
Number 22, Ponywas. I can't pronounce it.
Look out over there.
I got to find out now. I'd ask the young man, but he's in the middle of an at-bat.
I don't think his focus would be over here. No. Nor would I hope it would be.
And he's got a loud strike here to start this at-bat.
He tried to hurt his coach.
Oh, man. Duck and dodge over there. Good off speed right there. Had him way out front. Strike 2. Ponywas. Thank you. Confirmation. Ponywas. My crack crew in the trailer getting it done for me. Appreciate you guys.
Sorry, I was corrected.
Panawas. Upset with himself. Got under that mile high. That's a big league pop-up.
Home run in an elevator shaft, as they would say.
Yes.
Home run in an elevator shaft.
So out number 1. Flied up. Nice job there by the shortstop. That is not an easy play, Coach.
No. And like we were talking about earlier, with the way the wind gets here.
Yes.
With the way the wind gets here, like that high, it's definitely not the easiest of plays.
Number 2, Jordan Waring. 0 for 1. And that's outside. And Drew, just to confirm, that is Panawas.
That's correct.
Panawas. All right. I like that. Got it correct. And a line drive is past the diving second baseman, Schwartz. Oh, and it's bobbled and allows, because it looked like Coach had held Soul up a little bit there. Scores on the RBI single from number 2, Jordan Waring. This young man keeps getting it done here for this Naturals team.
And there, right, Coach Bishop trusting the top of his lineup to get a runner in from second, right? Could have been a triple to start the inning, who knows, but trust his lineup to do their job.
So 1 out. It's a tie ball game. Big swing and a miss. Alex Miller, the pitcher, way out front.
Looking to help his own cause here a little bit, I would say.
There's those diving bodies, too.
Yeah. I love seeing that, right? Like, even, if it's anywhere close, take a shot.
If you knock it down, it saves a run.
Saves a run, big time.
Waring back into first easily. Not a big lead over there. That's not a big lead for as tall as he is. He spins another one at the knees. 0-2. That gets away from Bremer.
Gets away. Out of play.
It looks like, yep. So a couple of mistakes here. That have put another runner in scoring position. The ball gets away from the right fielder. Run scores. Let's see if he can strand this. It's just still 1 out, but it's 2 strikes. Good fastball. Miller swings right through it.
Go ahead run on second here with 2 outs. Big 2-out hit. Be nice for the Naturals.
Here's the third baseman. Cranks one to center field, but it looks like Peterson is tracked it down. So they strand one, but they get one. Tie it up. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. To watch some baseball, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
And we are back at the Warrenton Athletic Complex. Semifinal game here between Coach Bishop's St. Louis Naturals and Coach JP's Warriors Baseball Club out of Columbia. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 1-1 ball game. The Naturals were able to get one on the board to tie it up. So we'll see Miller back on the mound for the Naturals. He's been good this game. He's been really good. Got ahead early in counts and been able to battle. So we are just getting ready to go. Leadoff hitters for the Warriors is going to be number 17. I don't have the names at my disposal. Warriors. Oh, that's one.
I'm back. Dane Bremer at the plate.
I should know that. I met that young man earlier. I should know that, but I might be the worst person with names ever.
I left you with, I should have had it on that one.
That's okay.
We're working it's always double duty because we've got another semifinal coming up after this one, so we try to get to the coaches, make sure we get all the information we need for the broadcast. And that's a P. That was hit hard.
Hey, but there's my diving bodies again. Look, it's just the effort level, right? It's just the effort level. No, he was 2 feet off that ball, but it's the effort level, right? If you're a pitcher and you see that, it gives you a lot of confidence. I firmly believe that.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, it's like you're trying.
That ball was smoked through the hole. Brings up number 12, Owen Peterson. Made some nice plays in center field this afternoon. Man, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It is, and he pitched a great game before this too.
Absolutely. We got an interview up on the Game 7 baseball Facebook page with this young man. Go check that out. Very pleasant young man to talk to. I always like doing the interviews with the 14-year-olds because, there's the nervousness, but these kids are pretty articulate, man. They understand what they're trying to get accomplished.
Yeah. It's always, and you're seeing it more at this age too. Like they're talking to coaches, even on other teams, like they'll talk, "How are you, coach?" It's just really good to see.
It's outside. That brings us to 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. Bremer at first. Warriors they got that go-ahead run on the leadoff runner or hitter. That's a good pitch there.
Good pitch. Miller's been attacking that outside corner all day today. It's almost been like a bailout pitch for him. He can go back to it, get the call, and stay out of trouble. I mean, it's been a really good pitch for him today.
Because you can tell, I think he's got a pretty decent fastball, but when you watch him, it looks like he's still working to find full command of that off speed.
Yeah. Yep.
And as a 14-year-old, that's understandable.
Absolutely. I think the hardest part is as they get older and they throw harder, that off-speed moves more.
Right.
So they're used to controlling it, but then it changes, and they got to figure it out all over again,
Bummer. Good fastball.
Oh.
Hey, we kept all the cameras in place.
Big 2-strike swing there.
Everybody's still there.
Full count here.
Oh, chase that off speed up.
That's a rare thing by this Warriors club today.
Yeah.
They haven't
seen that.
chased much at
Mm-mm.
all.
That's a big out for Miller right
Huge,
there.
huge.
Cade Waitring. I would say Watering. That's what I'm going to go with, Watering.
Is this
Cade
the young
Watering.
man that closed out their first game?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yep.
Good arm on him, too.
Yes, indeed.
Big kid. Throws hard.
Throws over. It's pretty easily back in for Bremer. Good pitch. Little indecisive, and you could hear him groan like, oh, that was my pitch.
And that's hard because even if you're looking for that pitch, that outside corner, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to convince yourself to pull the trigger. It really is.
Miss outside. Miller, I like that. Oh, I want that pitch.
He wanted that one. He wanted that one.
2 balls and a strike. Runner goes. Good pitch. Good jump. That was a great jump by Bremer. Miller didn't even glance, and as soon as he started, he was gone. And we talk about this a lot on the elementary middle school side. Most bases are stole on the pitcher.
Yeah. I don't disagree at all. I've preached and preached and preached.
Fly ball, shallow, right center, and it's going to drop. That ball just got pushed down. The wind's blowing in a little bit there, and that ball just stayed up, but it just got. You just thought, is he going to get there? And it just couldn't get there.
Well, and shifted a little bit in the outfit,
Yes.
it looked like, too. And as hard as some of these guys have hit the ball today playing a little deep, that's just a tough play.
Absolutely.
But, yeah. They've hit the ball hard. You got to pick your poison sometimes. Do you want to play for the single or risk a double or triple over my head? But, yeah, to your point, right? Like, a lot of stolen bases now are on the pitcher.
Yeah.
Catchers are usually pretty good. You have some guys that are fast enough to steal second no matter what, but not very many of those guys.
Right.
But, if pitchers can do their job and hold them, and the biggest thing is mixing timing.
Right.
You have
Absolutely.
to control your timing.
Don't let that guy get that jump. Strike one here to number 3, Eli Wingler. Opportunity to get that run back here with 1 out. Just ground balls, put something in play. Oh, that's a good pitch. Hung on to by the catcher. Good job there.
That was, to me, one of the first pitches today where he actually had the off-speed where he wanted it, right? We just talked earlier about his command maybe struggling. Like, you hear everybody talk about being able to, for these pitchers, great pitch.
And that sits down. That's out number 2. Big out. Another big out. They're all big outs.
Yeah.
But you got 2 on. Number 18, Liam Kinkhorst. Opportunity. Is Miller going to get out of it? Runner goes. They're playing that play. Oh, and it's off the glove. That is the second run scored by the Warriors off that same play.
The same way it happened in the first inning. First, third, ball gets away on a throwdown.
Outstanding execution by the Warriors, and that's the only defensive play that the Naturals have not been able to execute.
Yeah.
And it's cost them 2 runs.
Unfortunate, really.
So a strike at the top of the zone.
1-1 on the count. I know that because of these great scoreboards Warrenton has added out here.
They're nice.
They're very nice. They're really nice. It's been nice having them.
That's outside. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Miller was almost out of this. He was working. He's behind now. And Coach Scott over there at third base put on the play. put pressure on your defense. Put pressure, I should say, on the opponent's defense. And especially at this age, you have an opportunity to see what happens.
When he's done that twice, it's a risk-reward play, right? Because if the catcher executes and makes a good throw and throws a guy out at second, you're out of the inning. But he's done it twice, and he scored 2 runs off of it. So
absolutely,
he must know something I don't. That's why he's still playing, and I'm doing this.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Kinkhorst. And a swing and a miss.
Pitch.
And Miller is out of it. Strands one, but they get one across. It's 2-1 Warriors. We're headed to the top of the 5th inning.
Give me a good one.
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to base, a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness. All right, we're back here. Squire's back out for the top of the 5th. I mean, we're in the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. I have with me Coach Holt from the Midwest Rebels. Coach, you know, you've been playing in this with this group of kids at this, you know, because you're bringing your kids up. This is really high-level baseball.
Yeah. These 2 teams, you know, like I said, I played against Bishop in the past, and never, the Warriors haven't ran into them, but, you know, anytime after seeing them, they're just so disciplined, and they just play good baseball.
Yep.
You know, and that's such a big thing at this age.
I'm you know, when we talked about doing this event, it's the first year we've done it. We're definitely going to do it again. We had 28 teams. I'm so appreciative to all the coaches and the families for coming out and being part of the first Super 7 Invitational. Appreciate you guys accepting, coming in. 28 teams this weekend. Dave Penning. We got it, Dave. Hey, Dave Penning comes over. Hey, he said his 10-year-old was operating it.
Yeah.
Coach Holt here. We got Dave Penning with us. The man, the myth, the legend.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks to YBM bringing this to us live today.
Absolutely. We got a dandy here, Dave. 2-1.
Dandy's going on everywhere, Mr. French.
Is there really? What do we got going on, bro?
There's a 2-1 ball game over there, 2-1 here.
Foul ball. Across over here?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
There's baseball, there's leather being slapped everywhere.
Oh, there's what, the Hawks and the
I think it's
Hawks and I know it's the Hawks. I can't think of it. Oh, no Hawk Nationals.
yeah, the Nationals. Yeah. Yeah. 2 good squads. The silver bracket is a tough bracket today, folks. It ain't no cakewalk over there.
It is tough. One, I know the Hawks are battling too. So, you know, it seems like we were talking about high school teams battling
Yeah.
injuries this year.
Great pitch by Squires. Gets the hitter for the Naturals leading off this inning, number 1, Gavin Bishop.
Yeah, and I know the Hawks. I talking to their coach earlier. They're battling injuries too this time of year. It's just tough.
That's another reason why I think roster size matters at this 14U age level. Getting back to that 15 number, that 16 number,
Yeah.
because you know, arms and whatnot. Oh, that's going to be a bit. He's hustling hard, and a great job by number 23, Bryden Moss, hustling that out. He was playing center field. Got that, what is that, the old Baltimore chop?
Looks like a line drive in the scorebook.
I like it. I like it. You've heard that before, the Baltimore chop? You just bang it into the ground and shoot it as high as you can in the air. Get you a base hit. Throw over. He's back in time. Number 5 at the plate. Cole Pavlovitz. I believe I pronounced that correctly. Pavlovitz.
We might be correct. You might be corrected if we didn't, but we'll find out later.
You know, you do what you can. Oh, he did go, and throws not in time. Good steal. Pavlovitz 0 for 1. Coach wanted to see if he was stayed in the box. He did. I didn't see any issue there. Didn't get the bat pulled back in time. Got the strike. It's 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Oh, and an HBP puts 2 on. There you go. Way to take one for the team right there. Ryan McAlexander at the plate. Coming up. Oh, no. Yep. From the left side, got the short stoppers. Is that what that's called, guys? Mid stoppers, right? Mid stoppers, the new rage.
I see them a lot now.
Ball 1, as my buddy Mitch says, you got to have the oven mitt in the back pocket. That's an extra 10 points right there.
Absolutely.
On your MLB, the show. Speed monitor.
Drip, as the kids now, as my kids love to tell me.
That's 1 ball, 1 strike. What
the drip, as they say.
Drip. Yeah, we are dripping, Coach.
I guess it was 80 degrees this morning. I had 3 kids wearing face masks, so we'll see.
Oh, mercy. Popped up on the infield. Third baseman under it. It's infield fly, though.
Amongst all the confusion, infield fly.
That hit him in the palm.
Yep.
Didn't quite, and it popped out, but the infield fly rule, that's what it's for.
That happens a lot, and I wonder if the confusion will be less without everybody yelling.
Oh, most assuredly. Number 21 at the plate, Jackson Schwartz. Schwartz is 0 for 1, takes strike 1. 2 outs, runner at second.
Time run out there at second. Go ahead, run it first.
And
nice stop by the catcher.
Yeah, that almost knocked his glove off.
Nice stop by the catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike. It's a big spot here. 1 and 2. Hey, that was he put a little extra mustard on that.
He reached back for one there. Coach Bishop down there gave him the old, that was the one you wanted, sir.
Squires trying to strand a couple of runners. Oh, and a great curveball. Buried it on the back foot. Stranding 2. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-1 Warriors.
He pulled the string there.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. To watch some baseball, you know. Sometimes you just got to go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
And we are back at the Warrenton Athletic Complex.
The WAC!
We are in the bottom of the 5th inning with the St. Louis Naturals, Coach Bishop's Naturals team, and Coach JP's Warriors Baseball Club. Naturals made a pitcher change here. They're going to Callum Bierling on the mound, number 4. So if his arm is anything, Brian, like it's been across the diamond on the mound, I bet he's got the ability to be pretty effective.
Well, Bierling has 26 innings pitched on the season. He's started 5 games. He's 3-3 on the season. He's got 23 runs scored on him. He's got walked 8, struck out 28.
Wow.
His ERA is a bit high at 6. So his opponent's batting average is 342. He's got good stuff, it looks like. It's showing here, but he's allowing too much. They're hitting. So if we'll see what gives. Again, that's just stats you see in a static situation.
Right.
First time we get to see this young man live, and we'll see what gives.
Looks like we'll have an uptick in velocity, too. He's probably throwing a little bit harder than Miller was.
Agreed.
So we'll see. 60 feet's been a game changer this year. Your hard throwers sometimes aren't as effective as some of these guys. These guys have good off speed and that. So we'll see.
And it looks like and that's going to get through. That's that CNI ground ball that got through for number 5 there. Evan Gray leading off the top of the 5th. And he's appeared in 8 games, but he's got 4 starts. So you maybe he's been coming in relief more lately.
Could be. And I'm going to be on repeat all day. The shortstop, just the effort, just diving. I'm on repeat with it, man.
Absolutely.
There are pet peeves I have as a coach, and that is one of them.
Back in easily. Throw over. So it's a big spot here. Leadoff runner is on. It's a 2-1 ball game here in the 5th.
3-hole in the Warriors.
Top of the order with Schwartz.
Somewhere. Shows bunt, pulls back.
Schwartz is 0 for 2.
So that's big right there. Bottom of the order, getting into the top with runners on. That's usually a recipe to score some runs, you would like to think.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pitch, man. That did have, and he is a little bit, velocity-wise, a little better than Miller was.
Yeah, a little higher up there.
1 ball, 1 strike to Schwartz. It's a pretty good lead over there. Let's see if he takes that extra step. Looks like Schwartz wants to make sure he's got the signs right.
It's always nice when you're sitting by the parents and you hear coach reacting. We missed a couple signs today, it sounds like.
Hey, you know what? They do in high school, man. Oh, and he's going to let that go foul. See, now what would you what would you do with that? You're talking about first baseman right there, Mr. Bishop. He lets that go foul. You want to maybe grab that and tag him out, get the out even though the runner moves to second, or are you trying to just get that?
You could be right or wrong one way or the other.
Yeah, right.
After we see the end of this at bat, we'll know what the right decision was.
2020, baby. Swing and a miss.
I would say it was a good decision. Runner's still at first.
There it is, baby.
Runner's still at first, and you got an out. So.
Out number 1.
Yep.
Good off speed by Bierling to get a tough hitter in Schwartz. Swing and miss. Shortstop now, Colt Burt at the plate. Long look at first. Strike 1.
And we're already seeing Bierling do a nice job. He's changing his timing. He's changing his looks. Right, pitchers holding runners, giving catchers an opportunity if they decide to go. And Coach JP, you can tell, has a lot of respect for the Naturals catcher's arm.
Yes,
right? Has a lot of respect for it. Good look over there at first, back in safely.
Although we probably could have left the sliding glove in the dugout.
That's +5 speed. He's gonna need it. For this big backstop we have back here.
Yeah. Another throw over. It's okay. I tire that kid out over there, man. Wear him out.
Obviously thinking he's a threat to steal.
You might even get a good rug burn on the elbows. I've seen that happen. on this turf. Good pitch. Oh, good piece of hitting right there by Burke. Middle, and he didn't miss.
No. Don't know exactly what he's done on the day stat-wise, but, man, he's hit everything hard. It seems like every time that kid swings a bat, he's hitting something hard somewhere.
That's his first hit. He's 1 for 3 today.
I believe he was the one that hit that hard line drive at Beerling earlier. He's just
Yes.
hit the ball hard everywhere. He's bound to find a hole eventually.
Brings up Squires. Got to get to feeling better there. Fix the tires. 2 on and 1 out. Big spot here for Beerling, trying to keep this game close. It's outside, ball 1. And another turn it out at 2 and out at 1. A great turn to end the inning, a double play. The Naturals pull the defense again. Takes us to the top of the 6th, 2-1 Warriors.
Let me get a
Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, Evan Gray on the mound now for the Warriors. Mr. Gray, let's see what Mr. Gray's been for the Warriors team. Doing some pitching. He's got 9 1/3 innings pitched. And he's 2-0. Allowed 3 earned runs, 10 Ks, 5 walks, a 2.25 ERA with a .857 WHIP, and opponent batting average at .097.
That's the definition of pretty good. Might be better than pretty
So
good.
here's the guy you want closing the game.
Yeah. And, like the early numbers kind of reflect that, right?
Mhm.
He's got, 5 walks. That's for 9 innings. Not pretty good.
Yeah.
You'll take that for sure. And
It's
that,
less than 1 per.
Yeah.
And the WHIP showed that at a .847.
So he's going to, obviously looking to keep trouble off the base paths and look for the strikeout here is what the Warriors are going to try to do.
It's a great recipe. I like what I see because you look at this, you've had 2 good starts with kids coming in and finishing.
Yeah, for sure.
The catcher, number 8, at the plate. Line drive past a
Oh,
diving
great effort.
Schwartz. First pitch, and Hazelton bangs a sharp single to open the 6th.
Kind of sticking to the same recipe, though, as the pitcher before for the Warriors. Went breaking ball for the first pitch.
Yeah.
Went breaking ball first pitch outside, and, I think these guys are kind of able to sit on that. They've seen it all game.
Jackson Weiniger now at the plate. We're going to get a runner for the catcher. Oh, yeah, because 22 came back in.
Coach Bishop switched catchers back, so I've done that before. Honest mistake.
Oh, dang it. We did that. He's back in the bag easily. Top of the 6th inning. Good opportunity here with the leadoff single. Ground ball is going to be tough to get to. Oh, and he's out. Squires, I love that. Squires pointed at his own head. Knew it. He know. Okay. But see, that's what I'll look at that. Understand. He saw it. Recognize it and move on.
I've always, as a coach, I can live with the mistake if you're accountable.
Yeah.
Right? If you can take accountability and go, hey, I messed up. Because I bet you give him that 5 more times this game and it won't happen again if he gets the opportunity.
Exactly.
Right? He'll make sure.
But the runner moves into scoring position with 1 out. Roy Soul, the shortstop at the plate. This young man has been the leadoff hitter for this team.
Double his last at bat, I believe.
You would be correct.
Yeah, double his last at bat.
He's 1 for 2. He scored the only run for this squad.
Talking about the wind here at the WAC, it feels like it's shifted again now, blowing into us.
Exactly.
It was blowing a little bit out earlier. Now, slight breeze in.
Oh, good off speed. Way out front. 0-2. There's where, if you're smart, you take advantage. You know you got the top. It's going to be anxious to get that run in.
Yep. Game's coming down to the wire.
Mm-hmm.
Adrenaline and all the feelings. Shows a look at second. Nothing wrong with that. Nobody home for him to throw to, but don't have to always throw to be effective there.
Keep him close. A single may not score. A shallow single. You got to keep him close. And there it is. Into center field. And the throw is coming home, and he sends him. Bremer cuts it off. And he's safe. And a couple of mental errors by the Warriors, and the run scores.
And Coach Bishop gets away with one there. He was
Yes,
holding
he
up
did.
the stop sign.
Yeah.
You see that? He had the stop sign. He said, we're not going. And
he ran right through it.
he said, Coach, I got this. He said, Coach, I got this.
And Bremer, when he cuts it off, doesn't automatically turn around and throw home, and it cost him the run. 2-2 ball game here in top of the 6th, and Soul comes through again with an RBI single to tie the game.
And
He's accounted for both runs.
yeah, and none of these are like major mistakes. But when you're playing such good competition, that minor split-second decision is the difference in the game a lot of times.
Absolutely. It ain't necessarily sometimes always a physical error. Great jump. Throw is going down and off the wrong side of the bag. And Soul's in there safely. So the go-ahead run now 180 feet away. That's
And again, you're in a good part of your lineup, right? You're top of your lineup if you're Bishop. You got to like your chances here.
exactly.
And you can feel a little bit of energy back in Bishop's dugout over there.
Yep.
They're getting excited. They're feeling it. And I like this by the catcher, though. Calling time, slowing the game down.
Yeah, because he's now 2-1. That runner in scoring position, he's starting to think, and he's dropping his head a little bit. I love that. It's hard, but you got to keep, I know it's being talked about a lot, body language. Because it does. It shows your mind. Where are you at as a player? And that's up. Mineral Area Athletics down there getting ready to play the Troy Thunder. That's our game 2. And even if you're just, you're on to watch one of these two teams, stick around, folks. There's going to be good baseball played all day long here. We got the Super 7 Invitational here at the WAC. Game 7 baseball. Partners with Youth Baseball Midwest. We appreciate the partnership and glad to bring this to you. It's inside and a walk. Appreciate Coach Justin Holt from the Midwest Rebels hanging around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talking baseball with us, calling the game with me. Saves my throat, Coach.
I appreciate it. I'm glad it's always fun to watch good baseball, right? Like I say
Yes.
this a lot. Like I wear a Midwest Rebels hat and all that stuff, but me and every other coach out here have the same goal, and that's develop youth baseball.
Amen to that, brother.
Like I just appreciate good baseball. Looks like we got a balk.
Did we got a balk? Yep, got a balk. I like that. Blue's taking his time to explain why he called the balk. He's going to get an explanation to the coach. I like that. Gotta explain why he's doing it. Oh, he double set. I know Coach Scott doesn't seem to like that.
But again, respectful,
But
right?
here's the
he may
thing.
disagree, but he he wasn't.
See, here's the thing. You see what he did right there? And that ball is hit foul. All right, and what I saw Blue, which is true. Once you establish how you come set, you have to repeat that.
Yep.
If you do something outside of that, that is a balk.
And props, there, that's a tough thing to make that call on, especially in a game like this, and for him to stick to it,
But see, I do think we need. Oh, he's coming home. Oh, and he gets. Oh, saved. He drops the ball. The Warriors defensively are making some errors here in this 6th inning that have already allowed one run. Bases now full of gnats. I don't know one, guys. You got one in there for me? We always try and do something creative. Oh. Knocks him down, ball 1.
So that though to me is one of the biggest things in high school baseball. Guys are taking that pitch 99% of the time. We always talk about high school baseball, right? Like,
yeah,
that's a big run there.
So the bases are swarming with gnats.
There you go.
Naturally full. I like that. The bases are naturally full. We got a couple there. Pick the best one you like. I like swarming with gnats. Not that yours wasn't good, Drew. Love you, bro.
The Nationals are doing are doing a really good job of staying patient right now.
Yes.
They're not going and forcing the issue.
Because it's 3-0 right here, folks. Gets the strike, 3-1. Reset your mind a little bit as a pitcher. He's going back to the windup, which I think is always tough in these situations. Oh, and that's inside. And the go-ahead run is now touching the plate on the 5-pitch walk from Gray. And I think we've had one ball hit out of the infield.
Yeah, the one-line drive to center field. Yeah.
And Coach is making a change right here. Bremer coming to the mound. Gray goes to first. So we're going to step aside as Bremer warms up. We'll be right back. Dane Bremer's coming into pitch, 8 1/3 innings. He's got 3 starts. It looks like this is his first relief appearance coming into this game. He has allowed 6 earned runs. He's walked 5, struck out 8, and he's got a 5.04 ERA. with a 381 batting average against. So we're going into the depth here. We'll see if Bremer can. Oh, and that's to the fence. But again, that short backstop.
That backstop here at the whack.
I like it. Personally, folks, and I know some go, oh, gosh, but I like it because it keeps the game a little bit more honest for these 14-year-olds. And I know that's tough, but it's true.
My question to you right now, Brian, right? I have my answer for this, but I want to hear yours. What if you're Coach Bishop during that pitching change, right? You're on a good run here. You've got the go-ahead run across. What are you telling your guys right now?
I think you're telling them to stay focused.
Yeah.
It's 2-0. It's easy to get to, that's a strike, 2-1, to get emotionally overspent. So emotion is great and it's fantastic, but can you maintain, and a line drive caught by Gray, steps on first to end the inning because the emotion can go down just like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you go.
Yep.
We're going to step aside. We're heading to the bottom of the sixth. We're tied. Naturals in the lead, 3-2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the Warrenton Athletic Complex. St. Louis Naturals Bishop, they are out. They have taken the lead over the Warriors Baseball Club in the top of the sixth. We move now into the bottom of the sixth inning here. Callum Bierling back out on the mound for the Naturals. And Brian, we were talking about it a little bit. You know, Bishop takes the lead, and unfortunately, one ball to the outfield there. Right? Like a couple uncharacteristic mistakes from what we've seen out of these Warriors this weekend. They've been excellent defensively.
Yeah.
And, just some weird plays that just didn't go their way, unfortunately. And that's baseball sometimes.
Well, and I think when they put up some big numbers in their pool play. They had a good game early, tight ball game against the O'Fallon Bombers. Here, you're playing it again here in this sixth inning. When the pressure starts going, and I think this is the key, and you ask about what Coach Bishop was saying to his Naturals team, and I think that's it, because you can't ever, I think basketball, football, I think other sports are played at a high emotional level. Baseball, if you're playing at a high emotional level or low, you cannot. You have to maintain your thinking, the mental ability to stay focused in this game is what's needed. Yeah, the emotion, the highs and lows, they're great and you have them, but can you just come back and be even? High, low, this, that, it doesn't matter. You're going to have some emotional highs, but you've got to stay mentally focused for all 21 outs.
Yeah.
And that's the key. And that's where, and even in that, Gray gets out. I love this. He's replaced on the mound. That's strike two, 2-2. He's replaced.
1-1, sir. Sorry. You're good.
He's replaced on the mound. Goes over to first, maintains that focus, makes a outstanding play. That ball's diving on him to catch that. That wasn't an easy play. That's a good off-speed pitch by Bierling. And then get to the bag, make the play. So that's what I'm saying. He could be hanging his head, not paying attention, and boom, the ball's by him. But instead, he stayed focused, made a great play.
And we talk about what all these Dead ball there.
Oh, he's ahead 1-2
Yeah.
and hits him.
Yep.
That's tough.
Less than ideal. That's tough. That's tough. But I think we talk about these. I always talk about the difference in good and great teams, right?
Yes,
and
right.
both these teams have done a great job. Even there, not an ideal inning for the Warriors, but they limited the damage.
Correct.
And that's what great teams do. They limit the damage because this is still a one-run ball game for a dangerous offense.
Absolutely. And you're in it. So your leadoff guy is now on, and now you're facing Dane Bremer. Take strike one. Bremer's 1 for 1. He has scored a run and walked. So he's been on base both times.
Seems like he's seeing the ball really well today.
Shows. Oh, and can't get the bunt down. That's a tough one. I think he got anxious. Off-speed pitch, and he reached for it instead of let that ball come, let it travel a little more, and he gets that bunt down.
And you see frustration with himself, right?
Yep.
And I love that, right? Because bunting's not a flashy thing for a hitter. He'd much rather hit a double in the gap here, but frustration that he knows what his job was there, and he let it slip.
So we got 0-2. Runner at first still. Time is called. So what are you thinking he's going to throw here?
I think going with that breaking ball off the plate really is where he goes to.
See if he can get him chased.
Yeah. Looks like catcher is moving a little bit outside.
There, fastball.
Goes fastball. That's good. And I don't hate that there. I'd love that to be a little closer to the plate, right?
A little more competitive.
Yeah, a little more competitive, right? You and I have spent a great majority of the day talking off the microphone even, and that's one thing we talked about. There's definitely 0-2, you don't want to be over the plate there, but you got to be competitive.
Yes.
You got to be competitive.
Spun it. Popped up. Is it going to stay? Oh! Heck of an effort by the catcher.
Wow.
And, I mean, that's tough.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you got the fence jetting out over at an angle at the top, so you're hoping it doesn't hit that and smack you in the face.
Yeah.
That's not an easy play.
And you got to try, because that ball's spinning back to you, right?
Right.
So he's probably looking over the fence for majority of that ball until it's not.
Panawaz, heck of a nice try. So another life.
And like right there, we're 1-2. That ball got a lot of plate,
Yes.
right? And that's a dangerous game.
Beerling gives a good look there.
Runner
goes in the dirt. Throw by Panawaz is not in time. Good job by Sol, the shortstop, backing that up. And there's the tying run at second base and 2-2 count. And this so far, it's starting to become what we call the old quab, right? The quality at bat.
Yep.
Grounded.
Great job.
Nice job by Gavin Bishop on a couple hops. Steps on the bag for out number 1.
And
But
yeah.
productive out.
And that's what we had a long conversation earlier about Nolan's system, right? And the quality he takes at his at bats, right?
Yes.
And that's unselfish baseball,
Yes.
right? He just hits a ground ball the other way, puts that guy in scoring position, and now you have the opportunity to tie the game. And that's what's important right now.
Owen Peterson at the plate.
Pitched a heck of a first game. Played a great center field this game.
He is 0 for 2 today. He struck out once. Big spot. All you need is a sac fly.
Yep.
So there's a pitch. If I'm Beerling, that's not the pitch I want to throw. I don't want to be up in the zone.
Yep.
Because if you can lift one into the outfield, you got 90 feet. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Panawaz takes one off the chest protector there.
Catchers are a different
Hey,
breed.
nice job, young man.
Catchers are a different breed, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean,
You got to want to catch.
catchers have to be like the iron workers of baseball, right? Like just a rough day every day you go to work.
Yeah, I like to get beat up every day.
Yeah. What'd you do all weekend? Got beat up behind the plate?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll have another.
I want to.
That's a good pitch.
That's a great pitch.
I love that. Peterson now down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spins what? There he is. It's shallow
That's
though.
gonna be shallow. Nice play
Nice
by the
catch.
shortstop.
Oh, and he comes up running. Oh, that is great base running.
Yep.
Oh, by number 19, Grady Newman. I did not think he would have a chance. That is gutsy.
Looks like we're gonna get an appeal here. Looks like we're gonna get an appeal.
So this, just in the future, folks, you do not have to do that. All you got to do is throw over. Yeah, I didn't think he left because as soon as I looked over, that's a heck of a catch by Soul. Yeah, that should be the home plate umpire's call there.
It looks like we're going to get a discussion about it. You know, that's such a hard play over the shoulder. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to see.
But see, on a 2-man crew right here, mechanics, I understand it. You know, it isn't his call.
No.
It is the umpire's. He was back here. He's got that play. He's got the angle. You put the angle in there. You back up, put your angle there, and you check the runner, and it wasn't his to appeal to anyway.
No. But
he's got the out call. But and that's strike 1 to number 15, Cade Watering, and that's the way the mechanic is set up.
Yeah.
So that's where the call should be anyway. Heck of a pitch by Bierling. Catches it, drops it, but we are tied again. We're top of the 7th inning. It's going to be a dandy. Don't go nowhere.
It's gonna be a good one.
Give me a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son.
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, let's talk it.
All right, folks, we're back. Bremer on the mound. Gavin Bishop coming to the plate. You're in the middle of the order. What do you do?
That's what we were just talking about, right? Like, you know, so I've been in these situations a few times. It's hard because as the away team, you don't have the advantage of knowing, right?
Right.
So, like, I'm of the opinion I try to play it safe. I'm probably going to bunt the runner to third and try to make sure I score him no matter what. But I could be wrong, right? Yeah. You know, it's such a tough decision to make, you know.
What do? Do you just try? Do you play for the 1 run, or are you trying to play for a big inning? And in this game, though, I think you have to look to play for 1 run.
I think you do.
Because to me, that's what both teams. I mean, this is a 3-3 ball game, and runs are a premium at this point.
Yeah.
Both teams have shown the ability to make plays, and you know, it'll be interesting to see. You've got Gavin Bishop here, who evidently has a pretty big bat. Let's take a look at this here.
Well, and that one, if you're the Naturals, that 1 run puts a lot more pressure on the Warriors going into the bottom of the inning if you can get it across, right?
Exactly.
So, top of the 7th here. So we are starting with the runner on second. This is sudden death extra innings. Time in this game has expired. Important to note, right? So we are only in the 7th inning, but time has elapsed. So we go to sudden death rules, which starts with a runner on second with no outs. Just so everyone's aware of what's going on here.
Bishop's hitting 385 on this, or excuse me, 305 on the season. He's got 7 doubles. So he takes ball 1, and it doesn't look like he's bunting.
Nope.
And so there we go. Honestly, I'm going to tell you something. In high school, in the middle of the order, in some of these schools, even the big-time schools, you're going to see a bunt.
Yeah. I mean, you see it at high school. Like the one I see the most is even to start a game, leadoff guy hits a double, next guy's bunting him to third.
Yeah.
Like
it happens all the time.
You know.
And I think sometimes, but that's to center field, and the catch is made, and the runner's still at second base.
Yep. And that's the give and take there, right?
And there, if he's at third, if he bunts and then the next guy comes, that's a sac fly.
Yep.
So it's that give and take. It's the coach's decision. These are things we're looking at this. We're just talking strategies.
And there is no right and wrong, right? Because if
I
Bishop hits
agree.
a double in the gap there, I'm sitting here going, yep, I'm wrong. You know?
That happens. Bryden
And
Moss at the plate. Bryden Moss hits one to deep center field. And
just
catch
like
is
that, I'm
not
wrong.
made. Bryden Moss. And the throw is coming home. We're going to have a play at the plate. And he is safe. He did not get the tag on him, folks. We had the angle. I think that's a great call.
That is a tough call. We are sitting closer to the Warriors side, so
yeah.
You know.
No tag. So the run scores.
Great relay there by the Warriors.
It was. It was
regardless
fantastic.
of the result, right? We're here to call good baseball, you know, and that was a great relay by the Warriors.
And I thought it was the right call because I have the angle right here with Blue, and I did not see the glove get on the chest of the player.
Yep, very nice slide there by
Absolutely, it's a
player,
good slide.
Getting around the tag.
It's the play,
you know, and that's we were talking strategy, right? Double in the
Yeah.
gap makes me look wrong,
right?
You know,
and there you go, 4-3 ball game.
Yep,
1 out. The runner is at second base. And, you know, it's tough because, you know, the bang, you know, the Blues going to get this or that. And I always look at that when I'm calling a game. I have no dog in the hunt. Honestly, not really. I'm not rooting for either team.
Nope.
When I first saw the play come down, my first thought was safe.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw.
And, like, you know, can't see where we're sitting, but we're literally looking right at home plate. That play is coming right at us. And to me, that is the most 50-50 call I've ever seen.
Yeah.
You know, if you had instant replay, I don't even know if you could make the call there either.
It's
tough. It is tough.
It was tough. But that was, and as a, you know, as if you're looking at, and that's what I always do. I mean, when I was umpiring, you have that. You see your eyeballs, and it all of a sudden in your brain, and you say safe or out.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works.
And you know, that's just the way the game goes.
Yep. That's outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
But again, I think Coach JP does the right thing. He goes out, he calms his pitcher down, and he says, "Hey,
Absolutely.
we're fine. We still get a chance to come back in this ball game, but we need you to execute pitches right now. Right? We need you to be involved in this ball game." 3-0 count here.
Yeah, and they had a chance because, you know, he didn't just get off the bag because the center fielder made a pretty good run on that, and almost
Peterson
came
out
up.
there, right?
Yeah, Peterson almost came up with that hit. And that is another base hit. And
Bobbled
Coach
by
Bishop
him.
was going to stop him, but the ball is bobbled, and it's offline. And an RBI single by number 5, Cole Pavlovitz. And he advances to second base on the throw home. And the Naturals take a 5-3 lead here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yep. Timely hitting.
Timely hitting,
man. The Naturals are finding their swing right now.
Number 18 at the plate, Ryan McAlexander. Takes strike 1. Still 1 out. Runner at second. And this is from the middle to the bottom of the order doing the damage here for this Natural squad.
Well, and that's, I think, you talk about these teams being so good, like the bottom of the order, but man, they're still good.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't make a mistake to any of these young men because they hit the ball so hard top to bottom.
heck, that was a stroke by Bryden Moss. I mean, he hit that ball well.
Yeah. I like that pitch a lot.
Yeah.
Right. That's a competitive pitch to me. I've seen a lot of chases on that pitch. Right. Getting out of the zone, but safe enough to where you don't got to worry about it being, any damage on it. Good pitch right there.
Popped up. I think that's going to get pushed out of play.
Yep. I will say,
Now,
props to
if
Bremer.
my buddy Mitch Thomas was here, who was a catcher, he would be on the catcher for not getting over and getting to the fence.
Yeah, and talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
You got to get there.
And that's such
you
an
heard some of the
overlooked thing.
folks over here.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you got to get there. You got to continue to play the game no matter what.
Really nice by Bremer here, though, holding his composure on the mound.
Absolutely.
This would be a situation where you could see a lot of pitchers kind of lose composure here. He's done a nice job of attacking still.
That's 2 balls, 2 strikes, and on the wild pitch. That's a good jump. Pavlovitz gets to third base, so 90 feet away with 1 out. If you're McAlexander, you're just trying to elevate something to the outfield at this point.
Yep.
Get something in play. Infield is now in for the Warriors.
Outfield's even a little shallow.
Yes,
Right.
they are.
Outfield's-
Center fielder's definitely
Yep,
shallow.
outfield's come in a couple steps because you got to play your depth. You got to know your arm here.
Oh,
Get
that's
them
a
to chase
good
one.
pitch. Bremer, and so there again, more competitive in there on that high fastball. You gotta try and get that guy to commit to swing at that.
Shoulders to eyes is competitive. Above the helmet, tough to get anything going up there.
Absolutely.
And he did that twice, and he got him on the second one.
2 outs. Jackson Schwartz, fly ball is caught. A diving catch by number 15 out there playing for the Warriors. That is Cade Watering making the catch to end the inning. They strand 1, they get 2. They take a 5-3 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning.
I'm here with Coach Burley today at the GAC North Classic here at Car Shield. First off, Coach, thanks for getting me out of class today on this beautiful day. I'm gonna watch some baseball, Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go back to the basics with them.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. Bottom of the 7th. Warriors bringing up the
It's like middle of the
Eli
order.
Wingler, is leading off. Actually, it's the bottom 3. Wingler, Kinkhorst, and Gray, 7, 8, 9. Strategy?
I mean,
You're down to.
yeah, you got.
It's different.
Now
maybe
you
a
got
little bit.
you got to trust these guys to hit.
Because you're chasing 2 at least just to stay in the ball game.
Yeah, you can't really risk, to me at least, right? You can't really risk giving up the out.
No, you can't.
You got.
I agree.
So you got to let these guys swing it. And also, I think there's a little bit on the coach here, right? Of you got to, if number 3 here hits for the Warriors, right? If he gets a hit, you got to be careful on this send, because the run at second doesn't matter yet.
Agreed.
You got to be careful on how you do it.
So we got 9 coming in for 15. Cade Watering to run substitution here, running the bases. Wingler is 0 for 2 today. He struck out both times. So big spot here for the 7, 8, 9 hitters. But the Naturals did it with their bottom of the order, so it's up to the Warriors now and their bottom of the order to break through. And that's fouled back out of play. So here's where it's always interesting to me, Coach, when you throw that first pitch fastball and you see that the hitter's behind as a catcher. You know, I know coaches are calling these, but you can't just give back. I mean, like right there.
Yeah.
See,
right.
to me, he's behind on that fastball. He wasn't on it, and so I got to come back to that fastball.
Yeah,
and locate.
It's
maybe
tough,
away.
right? Because but I go back to it all the time, right? These guys are a lot of these young men are so good that, like right there,
There
you know, he
again.
gets a fastball and he just misses it. They're
But
able to
again,
get back on time so fast.
But yeah, he's maybe been on, but he can't barrel it, and I think that's where until, you know, in some respects, I want to see if you can beat me. You elevate this one, he's going to chase. He's looking to do something, and I think until you can beat me with that, in certain respects, I'm going to keep coming.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think you know, to me it amazes me the level.
Spins it.
The level of athlete these guys are nowadays.
Mm-hmm. That is 1 ball, 2 strikes, fouled back out of play, way out front of that. Fastball
Good piece of
rope
hitting.
in the gap and is headed to the fence.
This is gonna
And that's going to score a run.
Let's play it
And
second.
Wingler is going to slide into second safe.
Talk about the right time to turn your day around.
I
0 for 2
tell ya.
going into the at-bat.
2 strikeouts.
Double in the gap. That'll make you feel a lot better about your day in a hurry, won't it?
Oh, my mercy, folks. Neither one of these teams want to give up. I love it.
You know, again, we keep talking strategy down. Now, do you play for the 1 run to guarantee another inning, or do you,
That's
do you try to win
interesting,
it here?
right?
Right? Do you trust your guys to try to win it here?
Kinkhorst is he's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. And so here you go. Wingler does his job.
Be interested to see what Coach JP does down there. What's he thinking?
Fastball, strike 1.
Would appear he's going to let him swing away and just trust his guys here.
It's a 5-4 ball game. Nobody out. Long look. Curveball.
No balls, 2 strikes here.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
So 1 out. Has a good pitch. I mean, there, you saw that.
Yeah.
Fastball.
Just attack
Can
the
you
whole
beat
way.
me?
Yep.
And he
Yep.
couldn't. And there you go.
You know,
And he located all 3 pitches.
these pitchers, though, just holding their composure, right?
Absolutely.
Not allowing themselves to be rattled. Huge.
Evan Gray pops the ball down the line and out of play. But the double and standing at second, unless something, strange double play, you still have, you're back to the top of your order with Schwartz. And you got those 3 dangerous hitters there. So getting that Wingler with the double, that was huge.
It definitely guarantees you 1 at bat at the top of the order, right?
Absolutely. Good spin. Gray down 0-2.
And I think right there, that's kind of the opposite of what we said, right? Fastball late. He makes an adjustment to get early, spins when he gets him way out front,
There you
These
go.
guys just changing the way they attack hitters.
Back in safely.
Nice look by Beerling. Changed his move there, too.
Mhm.
Changed his move.
Fastball's up in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Win another one right here.
There's that one that was helmet level.
Yep.
Spins it, pops it up. Bishop makes the catch. Nice play by the first baseman for out number 2. So the tying run at second base, now to the top of the order with Schwartz. He's not out of it yet.
And again, I always like to think, right, like what, Coach single somewhere, is Coach JP going to take the chance?
Yeah.
Right? Just a straightaway single. How aggressive do you get here on sending a guy?
And he knows the speed of his runner out
Yeah.
there. And so it all just boils down to he got a big gap.
The outfield is deep too.
Yes.
They are, Bishop's got his guys a little bit deep.
Yeah,
So I think we'll see what happens.
exactly. Big spot. We're going to hear an eruption one way or the other. Big spot. 5-4, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Strike 1 on Schwartz. It's outside. 1-1. Got I like this. We got some Pirates from over here
Some
watching
Hawks.
the game. Some
Hawks over there hanging out.
Yeah, gotta love it, man.
Yeah.
Got some Nationals, and that ball is
boy.
jacked
Get over.
and out! Oh, off the base of the wall. Schwartz is coming into second base, and the game is tied. That ball was hammered, and we got a little crane action. Schwartz comes through. That ball was hammered.
Wow, what a game.
Whoop.
What a game. Dave Penning back over here.
Oh, he's got
He's
the
got
chili bumps.
goosebumps, man. How can you not? How can you not?
So the shortstop, Burke, at the plate now. This is another dangerous hitter. Winning run at second base. Strike 1 on the outside corner.
So we keep talking strategy a lot today. Would before this hitter, would you have liked to see Coach Bishop go out and talk to his guy, calm him down a little bit?
I don't know.
Or is
I
that
don't think
just
so.
more knowing
I think it
your
was 2
personnel?
outs. I think it was there. I think he was in control pretty much.
Yeah.
It's outside.
That's probably just knowing your guy, right?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Is it going to help him here, right?
Exactly. I didn't see anything that would say,
Yeah. Just the emotion of it, right? I
Yes.
think maybe that'd be the only reason.
yeah. Fastball grounded to the third baseman. The throw over, and the out is
We're
made.
going to an 8th.
Wow. The Warriors come back and tie the ball game. We're going to extras. 5-5. All right, here we go. Bremer back out on the mound here for the top of the 8th inning. We're going to get the runner and at second base to start off the 8th. Okay, strategy again. Do we do the same things? Do we try and bunt that? I mean, we're all just blown up over here. What do you do? Now, here's the other part of this, though. Are we still where are we at?
Yeah, it's where we at in the order, right? That's the big thing here, right?
Looks like we have, that's what I thought. We're still at the bottom of the order. Number 8 is, oh, we got a little miss up with the number. This is Declan Hazelton at the plate. And number 10 is on deck. Yeah, Declan Hazelton. Just the names are backwards. Okay. So it is number 8. They just don't have the names put in correctly. That's okay. Okay. I'm just looking at something, folks. Sorry. Hazelton at the plate. Weiniger on deck. So you got 8, 9. Well, they got a lot of extra hitters. So this is the bottom of the order. Then you're back to the top, third hitter.
So this is 8 in the order? Or no, this is.
They have the extra hitters. I think they have like 12. So
yeah.
This is 11 and 12 on deck. And then you're back to the top of the order. Okay, we got that spit out. Strike 3 looking. Nice pitch by Bremer. And I'm sorry. You know, these hitters, some of these kids have been like, oh, why not? He's called that all day. He's been consistent.
Yep.
You know that's a pitch he's called for a strike all day.
And it's been a real, good line, too.
Yes.
It hasn't been, he's given a little bit. No, it's a fine line, and that's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That ball is hammered. And over the head of Hodge in right field. And the runner's being sent. We got another play coming. No. Schwartz slides in ahead of the Weiniger triple. So an RBI triple by Weiniger puts the Naturals back up 6-5. That ball was jacked.
He got a lot. He got almost all of that, I would say. Because I think if he got all of it, it might have been over the fence. But he got a lot of it.
Yes, he did. We're back to the top here. Here is Soul at the plate. 2 for 3, 2 runs, an RBI. Takes ball 1.
Looks like we got the infield coming in here for the Warriors. Outfield's going to stay a little deep, though.
1 ball, 1 strike. I like that from Bremer. I know that was a big hit, but you see his demeanor on the mound. It didn't change. Comes back, gets back into the count. Spins another one, a little flare. Nice job by Burke. Recognizing that quickly off the hands. Good pitch by Bremer. 2 outs. Brings up the catcher. Panawaz. There it is. I'll get it out here in a minute. Panawaz is 1 for 2. 1 walk. Outside, ball 1.
Two outs here. Runner on third. Sharp hit.
And he's safe. That was a good call. Hustled down the line, a little bobble by Schwartz, and the run scores. And again, a 2-run lead here for the Naturals.
And you got to like it if you're the Naturals, but I can't help but feel no lead's been safe this game
No
so far.
lead.
So anything's going to happen here.
So up comes Waring. 2 for 3 in RBI. Takes ball one. Waring hit a home run in the first game. This kid's got pop in his bat.
Bet he'd like to have right now to hit another one, wouldn't he?
Boy, yeah.
If you could pick a situation.
This would be it. Panawa's at first, keeping him close. Popped up, shallow, center field. Who's going to take charge? Oh, Newman making the catch, coming in out of left field. Huh?
Hey,
Coming out of left field.
nothing bad.
7-5, we head to the bottom of the 8th.
It's gonna be a good one.
Gonna be a good one. Definitely a different type of process.
Cut down or freeze up.
Being a coach's son,
Jackson, of course, they keep retooling. One stone to face, a hit by pitch. Oh my goodness. All right, Beerling back out for the bottom of the 8th. He'll be facing off with Squires, Newman, and Bremer. It's a 2-run lead. The catcher's in, getting his gear on. This is the spot here. Who's gonna blink?
So far, nobody.
Nobody.
Right? This has been back and forth all game long.
Absolutely.
None of these teams have wanted to quit. You know, and
Here-
that's huge.
Here's the other thing. If you have to burn another pitcher in this game,
I was just thinking the same thing. Right?
what does that do for championship?
Right, like if you know, and because you know these other teams, if you're middle area or the Thunder waiting to play next, and you're watching this, you're kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
right. If I can get through clean and save an arm, what are these guys going to have left? And that's so, you know,
All the thought process, man. This is where, 3 games in this day, you're talking about a huge strategical thought process. Do you have your pitcher from Friday? Where does that come in? How many pitches? What's he got left for Sunday? That's a huge thought process at this point. And try not to burn that third, and in any way. He still may have innings, but how many more innings do you have in a day? And when you have to put another pitcher on the mound here in this game, that becomes a difficulty for the rest of this championship.
Yep.
Got some U.S. Nationals joining the fray. Everybody checking in. This is a great ball game. Ground ball, softly hit.
Could be a little trouble. We're good.
And so the out recorded. Nice job. But productive out. Moved Burke to third base. Brings up Newman. That's one of those tough ones. It's in between there. You got those big hops. Second baseman had to wait for that second one. But see, this is where I think you got to learn the communication. That second baseman on a dead sprint, call off your pitcher. I got it. And that ball is flown to center field.
Looks like we're tied.
Catch made. The throw is coming home. It's going to be offline. And the run scores. So Burke scores, makes it a 1-run ball game with 2 outs. But I think this is where we were the last time.
We were here. We've been here before.
Yes, we have.
Bremer coming to the plate.
He is 1 for 2 with a base on balls. Scored a run. Peterson waiting on deck. And a single.
Yep, he's going to do a job.
So with 2 outs, the tying run is aboard. And brings up Peterson, who is 0 for 3 with an RBI. He had a sac fly. Or no, it wasn't a sac fly. I'm sorry. He grounded out, but the run scored. So here we go. Another big opportunity. It's outside.
Always interested to see what coaches choose to do here. Is like, do you take the shot on a steal and try to move that runner up to where you can score him on a single, or do you leave it in the hands of your bat?
That's a good question. And I think that's where, as a coach, you got to know your personnel,
Yes,
right?
100%, right? And I obviously only seen Brimmer today.
Yes.
He's not slow by any means,
Right.
but do you?
But is he a base stealer too?
Right.
And that's the key.
He was asking for last inning.
Huh.
That's just what you asked for last inning.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
talking about it. I was here.
There's the mound visit.
Yep.
I mean, we got the stands around here packed. Everybody's checking in. We got Nationals. We got people up on the brim out here watching the ball game. We got a dandy here in the first semifinal of the Super 7 Invitational.
The first semifinal.
First
there's still two
semifinal,
more
yeah,
games
we got
today.
two
We
more
got a
games
semifinal
today,
and a
yeah, man.
championship today. So
Game 7 baseball, knowing how to put together a bracket, huh? Ground ball to the shortstop, Soul goes a short way. And the Naturals win the first semifinal in extra innings, 7-6, taking down the number 1 seed Warriors in a thriller.
absolutely great game. And
Congrats to the Naturals and Bishop. We'll see them in the championship. Coach, last words?
if you're the Warriors, you should walk out of here with your heads high. You played a heck of a ball game, right?
Absolutely.
You left nothing on the table, and it just came down to really one hit.
That's right.
It came down to one hit, and you want to play a lot of those ball games as a coach and as a player.
Folks, we're going to get reset. We'll be back for the second semifinal, so make sure you tune in. We got Mineral Area Athletics taking on the Troy Thunder for Youth Baseball Midwest for Game 7 baseball. I appreciate Coach Justin Holt jumping in here, calling the game. We will see you back here in about 20 minutes.